Okay, I think that, I wonder if our comments was, hello everybody, can you see me? Can you see us? We're live on our phone, but we're not live on the, computer. If you can see us, please let us know in the comments. I don't know if it's working or not. It says that we're live. We're desperately having problems here that we didn't have before. So we're trying to do two things. We're looking at the computer, but I'm actually looking at the phone. So
just talk to them. I'm trying to do something here.
Okay, so I'm looking at Steven's phone, so we're trying to figure this out. We didn't have this problem the last time, and this is like supposed to be a, oh, Bobby's texting us. We're trying to figure this out. I'm not even sure they can see me.
Yeah, it says you're live.
Okay.
Been live for a minute.
But
and 30.
no, okay, but
I don't know how come you can't see the text, but I'm working on it.
We're working on it. We're trying to merge our phone with the desktop, and this is a bad way to start a live, especially with something with really good news. This is just a very bad way to start a live, and we're having difficulties. Oh, okay. Jesus Garcia says, yes, we can see you. Okay, so I'm reading the comments from the computer. And
can you see it?
I can see the comments on the computer.
Yeah,
I don't see
sorry
the
about that, ladies
comments on the phone.
I wonder if it'll let me go sideways. Nope.
Orientation is locked. Rotate device back to.
Okay.
Okay, so they can only just see me.
Okay, well.
So.
Anyway,
okay,
folks.
So we're just having problems.
Don't know why we're having all these issues with our computer. It just locked us out right when it did that the last time, and when I went live, it started buffering, and so I had to do it on my telephone, and so we're kind of funny. You can go over there.
Okay, so it's just really an odd thing, and then on the phone, it only allows you a vertical. On the phone, it only allows you vertical, so we can't change the phone where.
All right, well, let's stop talking about what we can't do and how we can't get on live. We're live, so let's not just talk about it. We're on here. See, we're on here for 2 minutes.
Well, we're just okay. We're just obviously not very technical with these issues.
There's nothing we can do about it. Let's not sit here and bumble about it. Bumbles. There's questions.
Okay. Barton Outdoors. Hey there. So this is just funny, folks. Just a vertical format, but so Stephen has to stand up.
What are difficulties?
Well, they can see our ceiling really well. Can we change can we just change it where our
are you gonna have schizophrenia?
Well, I'm just all they can see is our ceiling.
It's fixed that way.
Okay.
Here. Let go of it.
Is that maybe better? I don't know. But
Ruthie done put on her makeup and got pretty for everybody. And she's like, oh no, y'all can't see me.
Well, I'm just used to the other format. But anyway, Stephen, you're gonna have to cram in here somehow and talk about our really exciting news.
Sorry about that, folks, about getting off the regular setup and having to use the phone. There's nothing I can do about it. I tried. So here we are. We're going to have to do it like this on a skinny phone, so we'll just have to be skinny.
So we'll just have to keep changing back and forth because we're used to the other view.
You can quit moving that around.
Well,
just leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's looking at you. I can move my head and get in there, see?
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So
focus on this right here.
Well, I can see the comments on the screen too.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So we've got okay. So we've got comments coming in on the computer screen, and we got comments coming on the phone.
All right.
So ring that bell. Get a real bell. Go get a real bell.
I'm not gonna get a real bell.
So Outdoors with Duck says y'all are funny. Yeah, we're funny duddies. what I don't know what slay is. Local male fan says so slay. I don't know. Is that a terminology?
Slay.
No, it says slay. SLAY, slay.
I don't know.
But we are here to
I'm
talk.
not that slay, really.
We're here to talk about some very important things that are going on.
We're really serious here. Oh, look at my debit card.
Oh, well, why do you have a debit card out? So, Alex Redmond, I'm excited for you all. Local male fan says it means this is a great live. Well, that's right. It's what you see is what you get. Even all the malfunctions, and you can see. I can see a beautiful view of our ceiling. It's one of those textured ceilings that.
Whoa! Look at that beautiful ceiling.
It's a beautiful ceiling.
It blends in so well with Steven's hair.
So I can see that it's textured, but this is not your normal view. But yes, so on a live, it's you get what you get on a live, and there's technical difficulties and all of that. So I don't imagine that this is going to be one of these mammoth 2-hour lives that we have been known to do, because we're not very comfortable. Stephen doesn't have a good seat, and
That's
so
all right.
you have to stand
I can stand.
up. So
I got 2 good legs.
But I am thankful that we're able to do it through our phone. I am thankful that we're able to do it through the phone.
What are you so excited about, Mr. Alex?
Well, he knows our good news.
We have good news. Can you enlighten us? What's the good news?
So Jesus Garcia said, "Where is Tim Gentry?" Well, he's supposed to be in the comments.
We probably lost him in shuffling around trying to get on live.
He's supposed to be in the comments. He said that he would join us in the comments. That's what he told us. I mean, obviously he's not present with us. He's there in Tennessee and we're in Kentucky. But he did tell us that he would join us in the comments, and because he's a part of our good news too. So we hope that he lands on the comments shortly so that he can shed some light on what's going on.
You know, Tim, he's busy.
Yes, he's a very busy man. Oh, your lipstick is so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Woo.
Thank you. Stephen does not like me wearing lipstick. He does not. He does not like it, and so he was making fun of me for having lipstick on. So, anyway, thank you. So I will throw air kisses to you. Mwah. He says, why? Why don't you like lipstick? That started on the day we got married. I had to buy a special lipstick, believe it or not. I mean, this has nothing to do with why we're doing a live, but since you're talking about my lipstick, on the day we got married, I had to buy a special lipstick that, like, when the pastor says you may kiss your bride, I had to buy a non-kissing lipstick. I had to buy a lipstick that would not kiss off. And so he didn't.
Because she likes to kiss me all over, and I got these red spots.
He didn't want any lipstick on his face, even at our wedding. So I had to make sure I got a special non-kiss off lipstick, and we've been married for almost 22 years. Royce wants you to do. Hey, Stephen, do the Ruthie voice. LOL.
I'm not gonna do no Ruthie voice.
So, Mr. Royce was telling us that he first started watching our videos last spring, and he loved the way that Stephen made fun of me and mimicked my voice and all that. And he thought that was really funny. So, you gonna give it a shot?
Only when you got it coming.
Only when I got it coming. So, anyway, we are... not working on YouTube. Michael Pridemore not working on YouTube. Yes, I think that, are you referring to that our computer is not working? We have to do it through our phone for some reason tonight, but we got to figure it out.
I don't know. We preset it up, and when we preset it up, it seems to do that. But when we just go on to it and turn it on, we don't have no issues. I don't know if it's because it was waiting for so long that it gets it like that. I have no idea. That's twice that it's done that to me.
Okay, so Bobby is telling us that people are still on the other channels that you started on. It's okay. I knew a guy who wore makeup. He was a clown. So other people, you know how you had to close it out. Other people are waiting on the other video.
I'll go see if I can turn it off.
Okay, so Steven's gonna go try to do some problem solving on our. You're gonna have to just look at me and not Steven. He went to the other room. So he's Bobby is saying that other people are other people are looking at the other live that we started, and we had to cancel and abort because we couldn't get it up and running. And so I hope we can figure that out. I hope maybe Tim's not stuck on one of those ones that we tried to fix. I don't know. Yes, guys wear makeup if they're a clown. Alex Redmond says, I'm excited about you going to work for Gentry and Sons. Yes, that's very, very exciting for sure. Michael Pridemore, oh, the live is showing upcoming. Yes, we're... Again, we don't know about the desktop issue. I don't know. Hopefully more people can find us that we had to start another live, hopefully. Keep on trucking. Hey, guys, glad that Tim called you. Yes. Now, okay, there's 23 of you watching right now, and only 3 people have hit the like button. So, what? What, Steven?
Leave those people alone.
I'm just I'm just asking, you know, it'd be nice if you hit somebody hit the like button. That's great. Thank you. Somebody hit the like button. In case y'all are not aware, hitting that like button really does help us. When you make comments and you hit the like button, I think my cat is stuck in the room. Somehow my cat got stuck in my bedroom. But anyhow, yes, okay. When you hit the like, there you go. More people are hitting like. See, you have to remind people, Steven. You have to remind people to hit the like button. So, 10. There you go. All right, because that's important. It may seem like a very simple act to you all, just hitting the like button, and it may not be significant to you. But for those people that do YouTubing and you are aware that hitting that like button pushes our video out to other people. And that helps our video, and I know you've heard this before, that it helps our video being pushed out to other people so other people can see it. Now, Steven did not really just disappear. He's in the other room. We have 2 desktops. We have this one in this room, and then he's on the other desktop trying to figure out.
There's no more other lives.
There's no more other lives up and coming then?
That's right. We're only on that one.
So he canceled that. So hopefully Tim will join us. Hey, Sue Garcia wants to know, how does it help to hit the like button? It helps because YouTube looks at it.
I said so.
Oh, because Steven says, because he says so. He's yelling from the other room because he says so. It helps the algorithm. If YouTube sees a video where people are hitting like, it helps push the video out and recommends our video to other people. Just like when you make comments, and so the more comments that a video has and the more likes that a video has, YouTube pushes those out, and it helps us become more visible across the board. But here's the exciting thing. So you canceled out all the other. You canceled it. Look at that grin on your face. You canceled out all the other ones, Steven. So the exciting thing is that
what's so exciting in here?
Well, he said he gave our
Turn the camera.
Well,
on. I can get in there.
Okay, so we're doing the bumbling around thing. We are bumbling. Okay, thank you, Jesus Garcia, for giving it a like.
Did you explain why?
Yes, there's Ohio Voodoo. Yes, so yes, just keep hitting the like. If you haven't hit the like, please keep hitting the like.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, coming from the fouled up live and coming over to the working live. We couldn't get the computer to work, so I had to shut those lives down, and here we are on the telephone.
Yeah, so I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that we were able to figure it out. Steven's very technical compared to me, and I'm thankful that we were able to figure it out. So keep on trucking. So happy for you guys. It's great to see Steven happy and Ruthie as well. Yes! Isn't it wonderful to see us happy and excited about something?
What makes you
Isn't
think
that
I'm so happy?
Isn't that wonderful that we actually have some positive news and something that's really exciting? This has just been a very difficult and depressing couple of months, actually.
You know why I'm happy? Because I had to hold my pee for like 2.5 hours, and I finally got to go pee. So that's why I'm happy.
Okay, well, yeah, that would make anybody feel good, Stephen.
Yeah, I was in pain.
So,
And I was trying to entertain the women over there, and it's kind of hard to do when your gut hurts.
oh, somebody had said that Stephen had more urinalysis in the past couple of months than some people do in a lifetime. That's right. He's taken 3 P tests, if you will. He's taken 3 P tests in 3 months. So, Chad Johnson, I'm from Pikeville, Kentucky. Yep, that's on the other side of the state. So, a fellow Kentuckian, and on the other side of the state, that's Eastern. Pikeville is Eastern Kentucky, and we are in Southwestern Kentucky, right above Nashville, Tennessee. Keep on
How do you
trucking.
know where Pikeville is?
Pikeville is I believe it is Eastern Kentucky. Correct me if I'm wrong. Keep on trucking. Tim is a positive person. That's a huge thing in the trucking industry, and we all know that. Roy says, that was me. LOL. Oh, it doesn't take much to make Stephen happy. Just let him pee. Just let him pee. See, Mr. Johnson says that yes, Pikeville is in Eastern Kentucky. So we are Southwestern Kentucky, right above Nashville, and Pikeville is in Eastern Kentucky. So to go back to, we are very excited because, and we're waiting for,
we're Western over here.
We're waiting for Tim Gentry to join our comments. He said that he would. So, I believe that he will. I know we're 17 minutes into this, but he knew that we were going to do a live tonight.
Don't worry about it. Tim will be all right.
So, Sean Fairman. Hey, guys. Checking in from Gary, Indiana. Nice town, LOL. You've been to... Isn't Gary where Michael Jackson...
Gary is right below Chicago, Illinois. And as soon as you cross over into Indiana, it's right there.
But isn't that where Michael Jackson...
That's where I was going to go pick that trailer up at.
Oh, yeah, when you were going to do with the other company. You were going to go get the...
with Jones.
So Chad Johnson says, love watching Tim Gentry. Yara Vera, hi, I'm from Miami, Florida. We got somebody from Miami, Florida watching.
Is that the same guy that says it's 69 today?
Keith Smith, on your last live, I was telling you about those Scania trucks. They seem to have it going. Isn't that what Tim was doing today?
Yep.
Yes, hometown of Jackson 5. Tim's okay. There he is. Tim's in the house. Gentry and Sons Trucking. They were just asking about you, Mr. Tim, and Tim's in the house. They were just asking about you. They said, "Where's Tim Gentry?" That he's in the house. So we got Tim Gentry joining us. So that's nice. 2 hours north of 30 miles north of Evansville, Indiana. Barton Outdoors. I'm in Georgia. Salos. What's up from New York City? We got all kinds of people. Yay!
Yay!
And there's Gentry. Oh, Gentry. Tim says he's right behind you, Stephen.
Yeah, there you go.
He's right behind us. So
he got my back.
Yeah, literally. So we're messing up. Mr. Tim, we had to go. Stop smacking me. We had to go live from our phone, but you're used to doing that, Mr. Tim. You're used to going live from your phone, and we're not. Something happened on our desktop, and we couldn't figure it out.
It wouldn't quit buffering.
And so, it was just buffering and buffering and buffering. So I'm just glad that we were able to go live from the phone, even though it's a little bit awkward. But I know that, Mr. Tim, you're used to going live from your phone. And So, Stephen, you want to talk about what you're making the house shake, Stephen. Salo says Cam is crystal clear. How Ruthie likes it. Crystal clear. That's right. We're not foggy and fuzzy. That's right. We were fuzzy. We were fuzzy people on the last time we tried to do.
Fuzzy, but my fuzz is turning white.
So Gentry says looks and sounds good. That everything is looking and sounding good on his end. Everyone, please hit that thumbs up button for Big Belly Bumbles. Thanks. Really helps the channel out. Thank you for that plug. Stephen, would you kind of help the conversation go along by saying what did you do today for Mr. Gentry?
I peed in a cup. So
he sacrificed some of his urine today. So
yeah, and we'll be tooling down there this weekend and bringing the truck down and getting it ready. Meanwhile, I'm going to run up to Cali and drop off some stuff and come on back. That's what I'm fixing to do for Mr. Gentry.
Yes, there was some confusion. Somebody said, "Are we not going to use our own truck? Are we not going to be owner operators?"
It isn't going to be ready. They want to do some things and change the fifth wheel because that fifth wheel's in a permanent spot and it needs to be a slidable fifth wheel. So Stephen will use his own truck for Mr. Tim Gentry. He is being hired on as an owner operator. That is correct. But it's going, as Stephen said, it's going to take a week to get like everything ready. And besides,
with, like insurance
I get to
and
drive the
license
Argosy,
and
and that's going to be fun. In my 34 years, I've never drove an Argosy. Now, I've drove plenty of cab overs, but never an Argosy. So that should be interesting with that floating cab, you know.
I don't know what you mean by that, floating cab.
Oh, the cabs on airbags.
Oh, and you've never driven one like that before?
No. The last time I drove a cab over, my kidneys were ready to bust.
Why is that?
They do a lot of shaking, back and forth.
Well, I have to say that Mr. Gentry puts a lot of faith and trust in my hubby, which I'm very grateful for, because he says that not anybody can drive that truck. He doesn't want just anybody to drive that truck. And so, but he trusts Big Belly Bumble. No, you're not the Bumbles. I'm the Bumbles. You're the Big Belly. But not so much anymore. But Mr. Tim is trusting Stephen to drive a very prized truck to California.
Well, I don't insert ads.
I'm really excited about that. So, so that's a good thing. Royce says, I'd love to own a cab over. And then there's a comment. So, will you work for Brax? Will you be working for Brax?
Well, I asked if that was the one that Brax owned, but no. Brax has been kind of parked for a while, so I'll be driving Tim's.
So, the first rig I drove was a gas job with a bench seat kidney shaker. Is that what you mean by a kidney shaker?
Oh, yeah. The first one I drove was I believe a 1976 GMC Astro with no power steering and a 9-speed. I don't know what the motor was. All I know is it pushed a lot of roaring out of it. Roar!
So here's the positive comment from Silos. Stephen will be fine. He ain't new to the rodeo. He's no spring chicken. No, you're not a spring chicken. Quack, quack. You're not a spring...
I beg your pardon.
You're not a spring chicken.
I didn't think I was a day over something. What kind? I can make a good story.
And Keep On Trucking says, I was hoping you were going to be driven Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah, that'd be an adventure driving Johnny Cash to Cali.
Is that one of Tim's trucks?
That's an old truck
that he has.
Yeah.
Bobby, I started with a 1959 GMC. So Mr. Gentry, Mr. Tim Gentry, thank you so much for having such faith and confidence in my husband that you are going to allow him to drive a very prized truck that you just don't let anybody else drive, while you get the fifth wheel moved on our truck, because you said you have to put a sliding fifth wheel on that. Is that correct? So
One of them there sliding fifth wheels.
And so
I gonna put one of them things on there.
So he has to change the fifth wheel out.
Is it gonna be greasy?
And he has to get the DOT numbers on the door and all that. So, so we are just excited that Stephen is going to work. Just excited and to work with Tim Gentry and Gentry and Sons Trucking, because we watch that channel and we have for a long time. And what a dream come true to be able to work with Gentry and Sons Trucking.
Yeah,
it's a dream come
we're
true.
Way excited and honored to come over to Gentry and Sons.
Yes, and I found out that Brax, our son AJ, is only 1 month older than Brax. AJ will be 13 in May, and Brax will be 13 in June. And so that's really exciting that we have a child that's the same age. And of course, I only have just the one.
I'm kind of jealous. Nobody
has,
said anything about my lipstick.
Oh, Mr. Tim says that he's honored to have you. He's like, I'm honored to have y'all. So,
well,
thank you, Mr. Tim. We're very excited about it. Oh, you're jealous because they're not saying anything about how nice you look. Is that right, Stephen?
Yeah, that's right.
Ruthie, did you tell Tim that you were related to a Gentry? My sister married a man named Jeff Gentry. They are divorced. They're no longer married. They're divorced. They're both remarried to somebody else. But my nephews have the last name Gentry. And in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, there is an air conditioning company called Gentry Heating and Cooling. That's out of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Gentry Heating and Cooling. That is my ex-brother-in-law and one of my nephews that works for him. So I'm related to Gentry's only by marriage. But not blood, but by marriage. So Gentry Heating and Cooling out of Hopkinsville. If you ever look them up, that's my ex-brother-in-law, which is sad that they're both remarried to other people, but that's just the way it is. But my nephews have the last name Gentry. So yeah, and I'm surprised that you remembered that.
I started with a 1959 GMC. Oh my goodness, man, that was rough. All springs, no power, anything.
So there's a Tim Gentry in New Jersey.
You had to be a real man to drive that thing.
Why is that, Stephen?
Because it'd be like driving a bulldozer down the highway.
So, is that what you mean by your kidneys being messed up and all that?
Oh man.
A lot of
them trucks were something
But
else.
Mr. Tim said that Stephen was an old school owner operator. He gave Stephen the highest compliment. He said that he is truly an old school owner operator. And Stephen, what do you think that Mr. Tim meant by old school?
I guess old as dirt.
I don't think that's what he meant. He said he loves how you can work on your own equipment and your own trucks, and that you can fix any and everything, that you can fix it. He doesn't have to worry about you. He doesn't have to babysit you, that you are able to fix things.
Well, okie dokie then.
So,
I only fix it because I have to.
Because you can fix all things mechanical. I guess that's why we have Social Security numbers. If there's a Tim Gentry in New Jersey, I guess, because that's why we have, there's probably another Ruthie Howard or another Ruth Howard. And there's many, many Stephen Howards out there in the world. Many. Now, that's a very common name. There are many Stephen Howards out there, so that's why
how many Ruthie Bumble Howards is there?
Not many Bumbles. Not many Bumbles.
How many Bumble Howards is there?
I don't know. There's not too many Stevens left in the world. Well, no, there's a lot of Stevens. Oh, you mean about how skilled you are and everything. Tina, man, this is awesome. My husband enjoys y'all and Gentry and Sons Trucking and others. He got me hooked also, LOL. Well, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. She's saying that we're awesome. Do you think we're awesome? So Tina thinks we're awesome.
Well, I do if you do.
So I hope that you will continue, if you're watching Gentry and Sons Trucking, that you will also now watch Big Belly Bumbles. So Stephen is the new truck driver and mechanics for Tim. So I believe that you would be able to help Tim in the shop. I mean, he's not exactly, you're going to be an owner operator, but I think that if Tim asks you to help him in the shop, I'm sure you can do that, obviously. It's
I
saying
don't know. I get dirty.
Stephen could help Tim Gentry in the shop. Well, if my husband can rebuild a truck from the very, I mean, he can. Not only did he rebuild this truck, he rebuilt many other trucks, and he can do it. So if Tim needs help in the shop, I'm sure that Stephen will be able to help him for sure.
Look at that. She's already trying to put me to work.
Good evening. Wishing you the best for Gentry. All works out, and Stephen rakes in the cash. That's from Herschel Fraser. Mr. Tim says, yeah, I got a few trucks that you can work on. Well, hey, seriously, even though, okay.
I'll be picking all the grease out of my fingernails.
Even though he's hiring you as an owner-operator, we know that. But your maiden voyage for him is going to be in his truck going to California. But you know that you're capable of helping him fix a truck in the shop. You know that.
Yeah,
So
I know that.
you
know that.
Well, anybody who knows anything about Stephen Howard, aka Big Belly, knows that you can do that. So, speaking about Big Belly, this is so fun. Now I'm going to tell on you, Mr. Tim. I'm going to tell on you. So this is funny. He's so used to referring to Stephen as Big Belly that he was like, "It's Stephen, right?" Yep. He's so used to referring to him as Big Belly. So
that's me, Big Belly.
But so he did. Oh, and I will say this: when Mr. Tim called today and talked to Stephen on the phone, it's like they had always talked. It's like there was no formalities. There was no introductions. There was no need to have this pretense.
Sup.
There was nothing. I mean, there wasn't like it wasn't like this is Tim Gentry from Gentry and Sons Trucking.
What's happening?
It wasn't like that.
Sup.
Like when he called, when he called, it was like they had talked forever. It was just like
that's what old truckers do.
Because he watches us and we watch him, and so they were able to talk on the phone with no pretense and no introductions. So let's see, 2025 Gentry and Bumbles takeover. That's funny. When does Stephen go to work for Gentry?
As soon as I get there.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. Tim said he needed him yesterday, so that's true. Stephen and Tim's dad have a lot in common. They should be becoming great friends as well. So
yeah, I'll be loading up in the morning, so heading that way.
So Stephen looks to be there in Tennessee Monday.
I'll probably be there tomorrow evening.
Maybe tomorrow night.
Get some fresh sleep. Sleep on that 2-foot deep mattress and wake up ready to roll.
So we are excited to tell you that Mr. Tim is 100% on board when we do get AJ back out of foster care. We're trying to get our son back out of foster care. And he is 100% on board with Stephen taking AJ with him. After all, y'all know that Brax travels a lot with Mr. Tim and does the homeschooling. So he's all about family, and he's all about keeping family units together. So we're excited about that. So
yep, so AJ's going to be my trucking buddy.
Mr. Tim says, I'm working on the Argosy now. What's Argo?
He's in the shop working on the Argosy right now, getting it ready to go.
Is that Argosy? I don't.
That's the truck I'm gonna take.
Is the Argosy?
Yeah.
I'm working on the Argosy now. Okay. So, I just wasn't familiar with that word, Argosy.
Yeah. Argosy.
Argosy. I'm working on it now. So that's the one that Stephen's going to be taking to California. So he's in his shop looking at our live, and he's working on the truck. So again, for those of you that are just joining, we have more people watching now. Stephen is being hired as an owner-operator with his own truck that we're bringing on, but his maiden voyage with Tim Gentry will be in the Argosy, and he will be taking it somewhere close to San Francisco. Isn't that right, Stephen?
Somewhere around there. Lots of water around there.
So he's gonna do that while Mr. Tim gets the.
And I hear since
Stephen's truck
they
ready.
opened the dam, there's lots more water over there too. So
Mr. Roy says a driver that can fix anything is worth $1 million. Well, I wish we had $1 million. So I wish we had $1 million. Oh, look at this, Stephen.
I know how to blow $1 million.
I will.
I do. I've blown $1 million already. I just calculated that for you the other day.
Yeah, but we wish we had $1 million in the bank right now, which we don't. So
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it where it doesn't go through your hand like a sift.
Oh, this is a nice comment from somebody named D Nice, and it has a nice little pink heart. Ruthie, you are so beautiful. Oh,
Me and my red lips.
it's not red. I'm wearing pink lipstick, Steven.
Me and my pink lips.
That's so nice. Thank you. Ruthie, you are so beautiful. Well, I hope that Steven thinks so too. We've been married almost 22 years.
Yeah, I had to snatch her up.
So
She was fresh out of college, and I seen her. I said, "Yep, I'll take that."
and we're coming up on 22 years of marriage. So, but thank you, D Nice. Thank you.
I
Herschel,
didn't see it. I don't see it. It used to be in here. I was gonna show it to you.
what was that? You're gonna go looking for a picture in the bedroom. Herschel Fraser. Wow, that's a cab over Freightliner, last cab over they built. Oh, is that right? I wasn't sure. I mean, I do watch Tim's channel, and believe me, we'll be watching it more now. But I'm just not
Let me see.
familiar
I don't know
with.
if I can show it to you.
Oh, this is from our. That's our wedding picture.
I snatched her up. Look at her. She was a giggling. Yee-haw! You know what we're gonna do?
Oh, Steven, stop that! Stop. So we'll be definitely watching Tim's channel, and I'll learn more about the different types of trucks. Tim Edmonds, will you be hauling boats? Yes, I believe that's mostly what Gentry does is boats, right, Stephen?
Well, no, he does all kinds
Well,
of things.
cattle, but you said you're not.
Right now,
cattle.
right now, that's what he's got to get moved. But that's not the only thing he does.
Well, no, I know that. D Nice, happy early anniversary, August the 29th. August the 29th, we'll be married 22 years. August the 29th. Chad Johnson, I've been married 21 years to the same woman, and we dated 4 years before we got married. Well, that's nice. So you've been together basically 25 years, married 21 years, and dated for 4 years to the same woman. That's not very common these days. So we're part of that club, and so I'm really excited about that. We're a part of that club that we have been
You just got to
exclusive
make
to
sure you
each
put
other.
on your pink lipstick every once in a while.
Whatever. Keep on trucking. Great people. And Herschel, ask Stephen if I am right. I think that Argosy is that cab over.
It is cab over. It sure is. Freightliner cab over. So when I first saw them, Wagoneer. There was a company called Wagoneer, and they were the ones that used them first. And so they used them, and they were really funny looking because they had a big bubble on the back, and they would haul cars. And it was really unique when it was going down the road. Kind of looked like a big caterpillar going down the road. But if y'all remember Wagoneer, they were the ones that used them first. And but you don't hardly ever see them anymore. But I always wondered, they were kind of funny looking, what they'd be like. But I'm fixing to find out.
Yeah, it's exciting. Doc, 22 years. You're just getting started. Yeah, 22 years. So maybe Stephen, maybe we can have 52 years together. 22 years, just getting started.
Oh, boy.
D Nice says
It's hard to get out of bed now.
July 5th will be our 28th anniversary. That's nice. Firestar giving us some like nice little emojis there from Firestar. July 5th. Yeah, well, that's nice. Congratulations, D Nice, on your anniversary, 28 years.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary to you too. It's nice when you've been married to the same person all that time. It's really nice. It's God's gift. Being able to stay married to the same person all these years, that's definitely God's gift. Herschel Frazier, interesting. Those have the swing out
We got
steps.
53 years. Look at Doc.
53 years, July 9th. Well, we're just...
Doc was tall as a tree. He was 6'7". He's I forget how old you are, Doc. 67, and now he's 6'2", 6'2", big guy.
Well, but hey, big guy,
He's
little
a big guy with a big life.
53 years. That's wonderful, Stephen.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Wonderful. You're welcome, D Nice. Keith Smith, I like his comment. You can see a different atmosphere between you guys now that you're going to hit the road. Nice to see you.
Yeah, that's what keeps the marriage going, is when you're on the road all the time and you come in the door and go, woohoo! I only got so much time and then I got to get on out of here. Woo!
Oh, Stephen, you're making me blush. Doc says he's 71 years old.
71, okay.
He's 70, so he's been married 53 years, and he's 71.
That happened to my dad, too. He was 5'10", and right before he died, he was shorter than me, and I'm 5, well, I was 5'9", I'm 5'8" now, so.
So, Chad Johnson, I have 2 boys. They're both semi-truck mechanics. Well, that's nice. That's wonderful. Congratulations on that, having such skilled children. 10 Edmonds, I believe the cab over you will be in doesn't have the doghouse.
Oh, really?
I believe the cab, well, we'll have to ask Tim Gentry about that. I believe the cab over you will be in doesn't have the doghouse.
Well, I'm not sure. I've never been in one, so maybe that's what's so unique about them, is they don't have a doghouse. That'd be interesting. So
I'm not really sure.
Maybe that's why they're sitting up so high, huh?
I feel ignorant in this conversation. I feel I'm lost.
They got a doghouse?
I don't really know what that means.
What the heck is a doghouse? You mean they have dogs? Wow! Woo, woo, woo!
Who let the dogs out, right?
No, the dog is in. It's inside.
Okay, I'm lost.
The dog is underneath the horse with the horsies.
I don't understand.
The doghouse is the cover that goes over the motor. So, so if you ever get into a van and you see that big hump in it, you ever see that right behind the dash?
Oh yeah, kind of. I think I know what you're talking about.
That's where the motor goes.
Okay.
Well, a big truck is the same way. It's got a big hump in it. The cab over's got a big hump in it because the motor sits between you and the passenger.
Oh, okay. Well,
so you could just reach out and put your arm on the motor.
Oh, well, I don't know these things, so thank you.
If you want to heat up your food, you cut a hole in the, or you just stick your hand down between the boot and the shifter, or stick your burrito down there on the motor, and let it heat up and pull it out.
You're not
heated up burrito.
You're just joking, right?
On your 3406E.
So, Herschel Frazier, Ruthie, you are right. My honey is a gift from God, and she is awesome. Well, praise Jesus. Mr. Herschel, praise Jesus that you speak so highly of your wife. That's awesome. You are right. My honey is a gift from God. Am I your gift from God, Stephen?
Yeah, I agree.
She is awesome.
No telling where I would be without Ruthie B.
Aww.
Miss Bumbles.
And the B does not technically stand for Bumbles, although we made it stand for Bumbles. My middle initial is B. And Stephen's like, well, I guess the B is for Bumbles. Mr. Tim says it's a flat floor. It's a flat floor.
So that means I don't have nothing to hold me into the seat.
So you don't have that big hump like you, we're not talking about. The doghouse is for you can change drivers going down the road.
Yeah, roll over.
I don't get it.
Look, you're losing Ruthie every time you talk about the doghouse. Yeah.
I know a lot. I've learned a lot about trucking and trucks, but I'm not. Y'all are out of my caliber. Okay, I mean, y'all are. I don't have that kind of knowledge, especially if it's old school knowledge, right? So
All Ruthie knows is that's what her man does, and that's how the money gets in the bank.
Well, okay, this is a blessing. I want to tell you all, this is truly a blessing, and I shared this with Mr. Tim Gentry earlier in a phone call. So I'm not telling you anything that I didn't tell Tim Gentry himself on the phone, and that is that Stephen has not had a paycheck since October. We have been living on borrowed money. All the money that has gone into fixing the truck, all the repairs that Stephen has done on the truck, that's been borrowed money, which means debt, debt, debt. And we have been living on that borrowed money, and now it's coming to an end. And so we're losing. I mean, our checking account
had a big old hole in my pocket.
So anyway, I told Mr. Gentry that it's very exciting to know that Stephen will be back to making a paycheck after 4 months of not having a paycheck.
My 2 boys is truck drivers.
That's what he said. And when you're living on borrowed money and that borrowed money is coming to an end.
Nothing wrong with driving truck. I remember when I was a kid, I used to sing all the songs by C.W. McCall. My dad was a country and western singer, and he had his own band. He was professional for 32 years. I used to admire him, and I used to remember songs, and I'd remember all the C.W. McCall songs. And people would say if I fell over and broke my head open, trucks would drive out. And so I've been loving trucks ever since I was a little bitty boy. And I don't love them so much anymore, but hey, man, it's in my blood. So every time I try to get away from them, I end up falling on my face. So might as well stick with what I know, right? Quit trying to run away from what's good for me.
So that's very true. I mean, Stephen has made multiple, and I do mean multiple attempts to get out of the truck driving business, to take care of things in our family, and it has every time he tries to get out of not
I
doing
just go in
trucking,
debt. So I think, oh, here's a chance, and I got 3 Harleys in the garage.
So
I didn't buy those for toys. I bought them because it was a business.
Stephen Nichols, Tim, do you need any company drivers? So Stephen Nichols is asking Tim Gentry, do you need any more company drivers? Well, that's something that Mr. Gentry will have to answer. We can't speak for that. Aaron Petticord, the load board. So if Mr. Gentry, if you want to write it in the comments, if you are looking for more company drivers to talk to Stephen Nichols. What about the load board? Aaron Petticord, the load board does seem to be getting a little better for open deck.
Well, I mean, you know, you think about it. Drill Baby Drill is kicking in. And we got over $1.5 trillion invested. We got Apple coming in. We got metal coming in. We got computer chips coming in. Man, we're fixing to kick off, and you better get ready because it's going to be a lot of freight to move.
Yes, so that's very exciting. I rode my dad's rig at 9 years old and fell in love with trucking. Okay, so
I remember riding with my dad from Salinas to oh man, I forget, but anyway, down by Los Angeles when I was a kid. When he wasn't singing, he was driving.
How close to Chattanooga is Tim Gentry? Is in Madisonville, Tennessee, is that right?
He's about 45 miles.
So Stephen Nichols says, I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, so not much of a difference, correct, geographically? So
it's about 45 miles.
So I suppose yes, he says 40. That's exactly what he says. He says 45 miles. So I imagine that Mr. Gentry is still here. He's working on the truck right now, so he's not writing comments.
Yeah,
but he's probably under the truck or something. But that's something that Mr. Gentry will have to address if he's looking for more company drivers. So that's not something that we can answer on his behalf. We're just thankful he's taken Stephen on as an owner-operator.
Mr. Tim is saying hello to his friend, Mr. Wrench.
Don't forget about steel mills and firing back up.
That's right. There's so many industries firing up. The United States is really going to be firing up, and so we all stood together and got what we wanted. We got the man we wanted in office, and he's doing everything he can to get our economy fired up. So I know we had over 80,000 trucking companies go out of business in the last 4 years. And so there's a lot of people that need to get back to work. And I hope the best for every single one of you that got out of the seat. So.
Okay, Stephen Nichols, he's full of compliments. And I love your name, by the way, and you spell it the way Stephen spells his name with a V. He says, I love y'all's channel. So, well, we love that you love our channel. So that's wonderful. And again, we love your name. Now I know
we
that
love your name.
I know that the biblical spelling for Stephen is the Stephen. That's the biblical spelling. That's the Bible's way of spelling Stephen, but Stephen, the more modern way is the Steven. So, but how many of you all know that in the Bible that Stephen in the book of Acts was the first Christian martyr? If you know that,
don't get any ideas. We don't need any more of them Stephen martyrs.
Oh, well, no. We're just now getting you back to work. We don't need for you to be martyr. We're just needing you to get back to work. But
not yet, though.
But yes, Stephen in the Bible, in the book of Acts, was the first Christian martyr.
I at least got to make a couple paychecks.
Yeah, a couple of them anyway.
Then I can be a martyr.
Doc says, I hauled asphalt before I had a driver's license.
Oh, wow. What was that, 1970 or 80? Somewhere around there?
So,
watch him tell me it was in the 60s.
Aaron Petticord says, when the tariffs went on steel, that's when I seen it pick up. When the tariffs went on steel, it's picking up.
Yeah, it did the last time too. U.S. Steel was nearly out of business. I remember I went up there and got a load out of U.S. Steel, and man, they were in real sad shape. So the last time he was in there, he saved them and was able to keep them open. So this would really help them.
That's good. Mr. Nichols says, I'm going to ride my bike up there Monday to talk to Tim. Okay, so you're 45 miles from Tim Gentry, and well, I hope that works out. He's going to ride his motorcycle to Tim Gentry. So, Mr. Gentry, I know you're hearing these comments, even though you are working on the truck.
It's a matter of record. He stated on a video.
I'm going to ride my bike up there.
He was looking for a few drivers.
So be looking for Stephen Nichols to show up on his motorcycle to talk to you, and if you hire him.
Well, actually, there is a website you can go through.
Yeah, I think, Mr. Nichols, you have to I think that you have to go through the website.
That's the proper way to do it is,
Yeah, because you don't even know if you're going to catch him at home or not if you just show up on your bike.
But, I think it's www.timgentry something. But you can look it up on the internet. That's how we got a hold of it.
Doc says that was in the 60s, probably 68.
68. I was just thinking about 68 the other day.
60. That's 10 years before I was born. I was born in 78. Just so that you know that.
So when I was a kid, there used to be this old Peterbilt that I used to run across the street at lunchtime from school, and I'd jump up and eat some candy bars in there. And on the floor was this big chrome dial that had looked like an arm on a clock, except it had a pin going through it, and it would ride on that metal plate. It looked like a record. I have no idea what that was. Somebody said it was the way they recorded time back in old days.
Really?
Yeah.
Herschel Fraser says, I was born in 1966. Well, okay, so Stephen was born in 62. Oh my goodness. Check this out. Last year, y'all, if you know me, if you watch me on my channel and you're familiar with our channel, you know that I have a thing about dates and numbers. It's just a thing with me. I think that I should have been diagnosed with autism back in the day. They didn't diagnose me with autism back in the day, even though our son one of his clinical diagnoses or diagnoses, or however you say it, he is clinically diagnosed with autism, and he probably gets it from me, even though I was never clinically diagnosed, because I have an obsession with dates and numbers. And so, yes, I do. And because, I'm always saying in the videos about today is. Well, it's fascinating because last year when Stephen turned 62 years old, last birthday, he was born in the year 1962. That's the year that he was born. But then he turned 62. So he turned 62 and he was born in 1962. And I just thought that was just, wow. That's just really great.
I'm a 62 man.
So you were born in 62 and then you turned 62. So,
62.
But I mean, I'm always prefacing our videos like
That's
today is. Oh, and he's the one with a sense of humor, and I'm the one with the autism for numbers. In fact, y'all are not going to believe this, but I do enjoy the book of Numbers in the Bible. Most people don't.
2020.
Steve
Bob.
Tell Stephen I love. Tell Stephen I love his Harley Davidson. I got a 2020 Street Bob.
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
So, I don't know how many of you like the book of Numbers.
I got one that you can win if you're the 30,000 subscriber.
Well, that's not even a deal anymore because we don't have that channel anymore. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
I mean,
it's
you
still
can,
there. It's on our channel.
Well, I mean, you said
anybody can look it up.
Yes, but you said that
you're a 30,000 subscriber. It's yours.
So are we going to?
I have to stick by my word. I'm a man of my word.
I thought you said that.
I'm a man of my word.
Okay, but I thought that was because we were doing Big Belly Rebuilds, and we're not Big Belly Rebuilds anymore.
But I'm still Stephen Howard.
Ruthie is easy to get tore up, and I love when you mock her. Keith Smith says, I love it when you mock her. Just give him some fodder there, okay, Mr. Keith? He doesn't need any more encouragement. So RCE is here.
RCE is
and he has never told us what RCE stands for. I have asked him multiple times. I said, does it stand for Richard Charles Edmonds? Or I've tried to guess many times what the RCE stands for, and he's never confessed what it stood for. So I just call him Mr. RCE. So it could be Richard Charles Edmonds. I don't know. But RCE says, good luck, Mr. Howard. I'm glad you didn't go to Jones Motor. Didn't like all their BS rules.
Yeah, well, so from what I gathered is Jones Motor really isn't Jones Motor anymore. It's Bridgeway. And so, Bridgeway, from what I gathered, every time I called, I got somebody different on the phone, and I asked them how many employees there was, and they didn't have an idea, and that most of them work from home. And so imagine running a company like that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, how discouraging. I mean, as you know, if you keep up with our videos, and many of you do, I mean, we had the DOT.
I would have went to work for them, but then when they made me sit at the house for 14 days after I got everything approved without calling me, talking to me, or anything, I was very discouraged.
We spent the entire month of February. Today is March the 1st. We spent the entire month of February waiting on 2 different companies that we thought we were going to hire onto.
Actually, it was 3 weeks for Jones, and then the last week of last month was with TRC. So.
Well, it's just crazy.
So a whole month. So.
And then compare that to Tim Gentry. So shout out to Gentry.
Tim says,
so,
want to come to work? I need you yesterday. Let's go.
Yes. So we know that Tim has work for Stephen, and he didn't make us wait around. And so I'm very excited about that.
He was like, I know he was checking to see if I was going to hesitate. And I was like, man, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes, I mean,
I was ready a month ago.
And the beautiful thing that Gentry has the freight. We don't have to live on a load board, and Stephen has done that. So we're excited about that.
And TRC was all load board, so
yes, like internet truck stop and all that.
100% load board. So I've done that for 20 years and running off the load boards pretty rough stuff.
So Keith Smith says that maybe RCE's name is Royal Crown. Maybe Royal Crown for RCE, Royal Crowns.
What's the E stand for?
I don't know what the E stands for, but maybe RC stands for Royal Crown. Steve Nichols says, I've watched your whole rebuild on your truck, Steven. You are old school.
Who said that?
Steve Nichols. Steven Nichols.
Oh,
He
wow.
says he's watched your whole rebuild.
On the black one?
No, I mean, you just rebuilt the...
Oh, the white one?
Yeah, you just completely rebuilt that.
I've done so many of them, I don't know which one it was. So.
Mr. Frazier says, I have left companies for bad communication. Can't stand it.
Oh, me too.
No excuse
I mean,
for it.
because it's everything. Communication is everything. I mean, you know, you when you're left sitting there wondering, and you're waiting by the phone, nobody's calling you. Hey, man, that's totally disrespectful as far as I'm concerned.
Good night, Mr. Bobby. Good night, Ruthie and Steven. Thank you for the live and your videos. You guys are doing a great job. Well,
God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby. And
We'll be praying for your job, Mr.
yes,
Bob.
he's got some things that we need to continue to pray for him too. He's trying to find a job too. So good night, and thank you for joining us for our live.
Who else was leaving?
Well, I'm not sure. Stephen Nichols says he watched you on your current truck. He watched you rebuild the current truck.
Well, yeah, this thing here, I'm pretty familiar with it.
So Mr. Tim says communication is important. I've had to learn that myself. So this is Tim Gentry saying communication is important. I've had to learn that myself. Yes, it is. Very important.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a couple of words puts a lot of stress to ease. So.
Yes, I mean, we're having some communication issues with the social worker regarding our son.
You know, it's like Tim called to me today, and we were instantly, yeehaw! Woohoo!
There was, seriously, when Mr. Gentry called Stephen today, there was no, this is Tim Gentry from Gentry and Sons Trucking. There was no formal introduction. I mean, it's just like we heard his voice and we knew because we watch his channel and he watches our channel, and it was just like they've known each other for years.
Yeah.
So that was nice. They just picked up like they knew each other. Keith says bad communication is no communication.
Yeah, right.
So Mr. Fraser says that and stand up to your word is standing up to your word is very important.
I agree 100%. If your word doesn't mean anything, and if you can't be trusted by your word, and if you can't be punctual and be on time, and you know, when people have invested in you and they're waiting for you to come to work or whatever, I used to be a factory boss, and I had employees working under me, and nothing was worse than employees that didn't show up because they disrupted the whole line. They disrupted everything, and so I learned real quick. There's two different kinds of workers, and there's the guy that comes in to get a paycheck, and there's a guy that comes there to do the job. And so the way I see it, if you're going to collect the money, you need to do the job. So
there's people that are concerned about you standing. Mr. Andy says, just wondering, can you turn the camera to get a wider view so Big Billy can sit? LOL. I have no idea how it works.
The camera won't let me. When I try to turn it, it says it has to stay on that setting.
Yes. Now, Andy, we
tried to get it on the computer, but the computer just it just would go on buffering. It wouldn't start up. So
yes, on our we've never done a live.
So
on
I gotta
phone.
stand here.
But Tim Edmonds says that you're too excited to sit anyway. He said Stephen is too excited to sit anyway.
I just want to do. I gotta do. I got ants in my pants.
Oh, that's kind of graphic, but now you're shaking the house. Look, our whole ceiling is shaking. Look at that.
Well, our house ain't going that flimsy.
So anyway, so Mr. Andy, this is how it works. We've never done a live from our phone before. We are doing a live from our phone, and we've never done it before.
I've done lives on the road.
But we normally sit in front of our laptop, and then we have the horizontal. So this is the vertical view, and we normally have the horizontal view. But we were having problems with that, and it was just buffering, and then we can't turn we can't turn the camera. It won't let us. It just won't let us. The way
Ruthie talks with her hands.
The way the format is on the phone, it has to be in this one. So have you saw Meek Mercedes says, have you saw Big Rig Barbie? That's my sister. So, do you watch a channel called Big Rig Barbie? Have you ever seen that channel?
I can't say I have.
That's my sister. Well, we'll have to remember that. Big Rig Barbie. That's my sister.
Big Rig Barbie.
Mr. Nichols says, Tim is a really good man. He helped a lot of people in North Carolina. I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, that was pretty special.
Oh, RCE finally came clean with his name. He's not telling us what the R stands for. He's keeping that a secret. But the C stands for Clayton Erickson. I'll have to remember that. You have to guess the first. Have to leave a little bit. I wonder if it's Richard. I wonder if it's Ricky, Richard. But I better write that down. Clayton, I want to write it down because I've always asked him. Clayton Erickson.
I'm trying to remember the running back. His last name was Erickson.
Okay,
Rams.
so R is a mystery.
The Rams running back.
But Clayton
What the heck was his
Erickson,
name?
RCE, Clayton Erickson. You will have to guess what the first one is. Have to leave a little bit of mystery. Well, I feel like I'm on the Wheel of Fortune, where I have filled in some of the blanks on the Wheel of Fortune.
She's writing down your name.
Clayton Erickson.
She's been asking, what's the name? What's the name?
I mean, for all this time, like, what does RCE stand for? What does it
2
stand?
years.
It's like, what does it stand for? Andy says, LOL, he's been in trucking too long to be that excited. Doc says there's a Big Rig Betty that wrestles from Bardstown, Kentucky. Big Rig. So somebody was talking about Big Rig Barbie, and he's saying there's a Big Rig Betty, and now somebody else is out. Do you have a road dog? Do you all have a road dog? Is that referring to like carrying a dog in your truck, a road dog?
Well, a road dog is generally a friend. He's generally called a road dog. So, somebody rides along with you. Yeah, I got my son that's going to be riding with me. He's going to be my road dog.
Oh, RCE. I'm not sure AJ would prefer to be called a road dog. I'm not sure. Mr. Clayton Erickson. Now I know.
Eric Dickerson. Yeah, that's what yeah.
Clayton Erickson says.
Man, when I was a kid, Eric Dickerson was the man.
Me and my wife were coming home from Florida a few years ago, stopped and met Tim and Brax. Nice guys. So, okay, Mr. Gentry, we have somebody on here who has met you, and his name is R. We don't know what the R stands for. It's a mystery. R. Clayton Erickson. He and his wife met you and Brax a few years ago. He says y'all are nice people. So that's nice. I'm glad you got to do that, Mr. R. Now I don't have to call you RCE anymore.
I remember when Eric Dickerson would run across the field, he would run standing straight up. I never seen a running back like that before. He just straight up and down, just run across the field.
So Mr. Herschel says, do you watch Trucking with Schmidt? He is a cool guy from Iowa, and Trucking with
I've seen
Schmidt is a
Trucking
cool
Schmidt.
guy too
He's the
from
one in
Iowa.
the W9 that broke down here a while back, near here, somebody said.
So, Mr. R. Clayton Erickson, Tim Gentry just says, thanks, RCE. So that's cool. That's really cool. I really did write his name down. I really did. I wrote R. Clayton Erickson, and I have to figure out what the R stands
she'll be
for.
calling you Mr. Mr. Erickson.
Well, he finally came clean with it. I mean, I've only been asking him for 2 years what RCE stands for.
Yep.
So, so that's cool. Mr. Tim says, thank you, RCE. And then Mr. Tim also says, I like meeting people in person. And that's exciting. And Mr. Gentry has a very pleasant persona he's got a real people person persona to him. He really does. And so it will be fun when Stephen actually gets to be there in person with him. And that will be on Monday, I guess. Andy says, I'm going to guess Richard for RCE. So again, it's still a mystery. Again, I feel like I'm on Wheel of Fortune and fill in the blank.
Could be Rodney.
Could be Rodney. Meek Mercedes says, "Are you all going to be at Matt's?"
Not me. I'm gonna be focusing on.
That's the Mid America Truck Show, right?
I'm gonna be
Mid-America
focusing
Truck
on
Show.
keeping them wheels turning. That's what I'm gonna be.
No, I think that this person's referring to the Mid America Truck Show in Louisville.
Yes, of course.
And no,
You know, I have not once been able to get to that, and I've been saying my whole life I want to go see it, but I haven't made it yet.
even though it's in Kentucky, it's in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're in Kentucky.
Yeah,
we're in Kentucky.
I was just there the other day.
And so we're in Kentucky, and we've never been able to make it to the Mid America Truck Show. This is a really nice comment from Ricardo Coleman. Are y'all really going to work together? I feel that would be a big break for your channel for Big Belly Rebuilds. Well, he must have watched us from when we were.
I
Rebuilds.
believe you're right, Mr. Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo. Ricardo Coleman, Stephen.
Oh, okay.
Ricardo Coleman.
Mr. Coleman. Thank you, sir. I think it will.
Yes. In fact, Mr. Gentry himself told us today, and I hope I'm not saying something I shouldn't say, but he told us that he thought our channel would take off. So I mean, he did. I mean, I hope I'm not speaking out of line, but Mr. Tim said, I think that this will really help your channel grow, and we're excited about that. Mr. Tim also says that my best friend is buying a new boat. We can all go to the lake this summer. Oh, how nice. His best friend is buying a boat, and he's inviting us, you and I and AJ, to go to the lake this summer.
Thank you for the offer.
That's nice. Very exciting. I can see some videos coming out of that. That's nice. Oh, Mr. Marvin Asher is here.
Yeah, I can show off my abs.
Hello from London, Kentucky. I love that he does that. I love that he does that. He always says hello from London. So we are in Cerulean, Kentucky. We are in southwestern Kentucky. So from Cerulean to London, Mr. Marvin. Meek America Sadie says you should go to the truck show. Well, we just should, but we've never been able to do it.
If it lines up where I'm coming in on a load and I'm heading that direction, I just might stop on in there.
D. Nye says I'm from Williamsburg, Corbin, Kentucky as well.
When is Matt's? What's the date?
Yeah, I don't. It's.
I know it's coming up real quick.
It's in March, I believe. Secrets don't keep friends. Secrets don't keep friends. I'm not sure what she means by that.
I got a secret and it's in my pocket.
Stephen, I don't know. Did I tell a secret? Secrets don't keep friends. I'm not sure if I told a secret or not. But if I did, I'm sorry. Gentry says that he will definitely take the time off for us to go on the boat. That's nice. And this person, I don't think I'm saying it right. Mika Mercedes. Don't be coughing into the phone, Stephen. I'm here for it. Stephen Nichols says, hey, Tim, would it be okay if I come to your terminal Monday and talk to you about a job with your company? Well, that's between Stephen Nichols and Tim Gentry. He wants to know if it'd be okay for him to come by the terminal and talk to him. Doc is guessing that the R stands for Raymond.
I thought you was going home.
I thought I don't think he, so we're still trying to guess what RCU stands for, Raymond.
I thought Doc was going to bed.
So his guess is Raymond. That's his guess is Raymond. Do y'all have TikTok? That's where it's at.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh, yeah. That's funny, Stephen. No, we don't do TikTok, and let me tell you why.
No, don't tell him why.
Oh, don't tell him why? Well, we've had issues with TikTok. We have had some issues with TikTok. We tried doing TikTok, but it was not for us. TikTok was not for us. Mr. Tim says to Stephen Nichols, yes, sir, come on. So there's your answer, Mr. Stephen Nichols.
Well, I guess I was in the wrong saying what I did.
Well, but maybe you'll get to meet him. If you're going to be there, maybe you can meet Stephen Nichols. You're going to be there on Monday. So Tim is telling Stephen Nichols to come on. Yes, sir, come on. And so maybe you'll get to meet him, Stephen.
Come on down!
Well, the price is right. 14 days until your birthday. Well, happy birthday.
It's at about 3406E.
Stephen, thank you, Tim. What time is best? Well, I'm not, y'all have to figure that out. Hello from Chillicothe, Ohio. Yeah, he said the Mid-America Truck Show is March the 24th or the 27th.
Oh.
Tim Edmonds wants to know, will you make any videos on your trip to California? And I'm sure we will to some degree.
I don't edit my videos, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm on the road. I used to, but I ain't got time for it. So when I make a video, I'll plan ahead in my head what I'm gonna say. I'll do it, and I might add a few little other things, and then I upload it. So what you see is what you get. And yes, I'll make videos in Cali. Cali, that's where I originally am from. Salinas, California.
So this person, and again, I'm not saying her channel name correctly, and I apologize. Meek Mercedes 1. I don't believe I'm saying it right, but she said that.
Just call her Mercedes.
Mercedes. She said that you shouldn't be saying something about talking about your channel taking off. In other words, don't speak it into existence. You shouldn't be talking about your channel taking off.
Well, we hope for the best for our channel.
We hope it does. And Mr. Gentry was encouraging.
We've been at it for 5 years.
5 years.
And, Ruthie's sitting in front of the computer 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. She puts a lot of work into it. And sometimes you wonder why you put so much work in with no results. And so YouTube is, it's a job all by itself.
It is a job. It is.
So to hope for the best is what we're hoping for. So.
Yes, and I believe that Mr. Gentry is correct. I believe that us working for Tim Gentry and the channel, being on
Thank you, Mr.
with it.
Tim.
Yes, I believe that he's correct. I believe that it will help our channel. So Ricardo says, your husband built one of my favorite engines on the 3406E model. My granddad had that. Ricardo Coleman, engine in my grandma's.
That's a good motor.
K-Dub.
Yeah, that truck, it averaged its lifetime, the whole lifetime of that truck was 6.2 miles a gallon. That was a good truck.
Okay, Mika Mercedes. Okay, I apologize. Her name is Mika Mercedes. Okay. And we want our channel to take off, Miss Mercedes. Who doesn't want that? Cup Walker. What is your favorite truck, Steven? Your favorite engine?
I can tell you what I would like to have for a favorite truck, and they have changed over the years. But my ultimate truck would be a 280 wheelbase, 386 Pete with 342 rears and 18 speed with C15 6NZ cat, about 600 horsepower, and with an AP unit on it, and airbags all the way around, and probably white with big stacks going up the side of it with a big sun visor and big round bumper and maybe a cattle bumper on the front of it if it looks good. So that's my ultimate.
And Mika Mercedes, she likes the 379
and I like
Pete.
the interior to be in black. So, the truck being white and the inside being black.
And
black and red.
And Stephen has owned some 379 Pete's. We love the 379 Pete, Mika. We do. Oh, Hansel von Ferrick is here. So
Hey.
Hansel von Ferrick is here.
Hansel.
He was our 1,000. No,
1,000.
our one. He was our 1,000th subscriber.
Yes, sir.
Hansel Von Ferrick, in the very early days of our channel, was our
How you doing, youngster?
1,000th subscriber. So he also has a YouTube channel. So thank you. And now we're almost at 8,000. We're almost at 8,000, and he came in at 1,000. Maybe Tim will let you drive Rooster when he's done, or Bonnie. Well, I mean, maybe, but we do have our own truck that we're coming in with, and he's hiring Stephen to primarily be an owner-operator, and he is taking a truck up Tim's to California, but, I mean, if if Tim needed him to drive Rooster or Bonnie for something rare, like for something, maybe, but I mean, he's hiring Stephen to be an owner-operator. Tim says, glad to have you guys on board, Gentry to the top. Glad to have you guys on board, Gentry to the top.
I have my Pete's had the C15 ACERT motors, and the twin turbo with the actuators, the valve actuators, and the AB actuators. And the problem with those is I was always having actuators going out. And I come to find out that after about 400,000 miles, that wiring gets cracks that you can't see with the eye. So you have to take the whole top off, take off the jakes and everything, get the cam out, and replace that wiring harness, and it stopped them actuators from going out. But then I found out after that you could tune those actuators off, and you won't even have that problem. But I had 2005 379 Pete with that C15 550 cat in it with an 18-speed 336 rears, and man, that was a wonderful truck. It had lots of horsepower. I mean, it was good on fuel. I loved that truck. I was almost in tears when that one went down the driveway. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bad day. Ricky, now you have me calling him Ricky Ricardo. Now you have me. Ricardo Coleman. I'm sorry, Mr. Coleman. I'm sorry. He said, man, I watched you tear down that truck apart, and you rebuilt that 3406E. I seen every frustration in your face when you were building that truck, and I heard your new classy chassis, classy. I heard your new classy. You got a better engine than the E.
Well, the 6NZ is supposed to be the best cat motor you can get. So that's the one you want to build. It is supposed to be, because it's in between the 3406E, and the thing about 3406Es is that they always had the bad oil pan leaks and the gasket leaks and the front cover leaks. Well, they improved all those problems on the C15, and the first year was the C15 was the 6NZ, and but after that first year they started getting into the smog stuff and started putting actuators and stuff like that, when then started changing the motor. But the first year of the C15, coming off of the 3406E's problems, that first year 6NZ was the motor to have.
Tim Edmonds, I have packed up a lot of produce from Salinas.
Oh yeah. So when I was a kid growing up in Salinas, man, when I was a kid going to school, depending on which way the wind would blow, you could be smelling Hershey's, you could be smelling Nestle's, you can be smelling Smucker's jams, you could be smelling Schilling spices, or you could be smelling the cauliflower coming in. You could be smelling anything. I mean, it's just whoo. And sometimes we had a Firestone, and sometimes we could smell burning rubber. So
Andy says, get the welder out and whip up a tail bar stool and sit behind the wife. Oh, he's okay. He's telling you that he doesn't like. I mean, I guess Andy feels sad for you that you're dancing around.
Don't feel sad for me.
He says, get the welder out and whip up a tail bar and stool and sit behind the wife.
I gotta burn off some fats.
So, but that's nice,
because
Mr.
I'm
Andy.
big belly.
That he's concerned about you being comfortable standing behind me. That's nice. He's
My chest falls down.
Oh, But that was a nice comment. He's just concerned about if you're not comfortable standing all this time.
I'm fine.
So Mercedes says, I was just joking about your channel. I hope that it does take off. Okay.
Yeah, well, right back at you.
We hope it takes off too.
Thank
we
you.
really
We
do.
appreciate it.
I'm glad that you were just
to have
joking.
The Israel attitude is always the hope for the best for others.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you. And then Hansel says, hey guys, and Hansel says, wow, that's crazy how your channel has grown. It's almost at he says 3K, but it's really 8K. I think he meant to say 8K.
Yeah, it's a typo.
Yeah, that's a typo because we're almost at 8,000, but Hansel was our 1,000th subscriber, and now we are at almost 8,000. And so, and Hansel says, good to see you guys being live. And so,
we're alive.
Yes, and Mr. Andy is very concerned about Steven standing up and not sitting down. So
I'm okay, Mr. Andy.
He's
Thank
okay.
you.
So thank you, though. Michael.
Am I starting to look peaked?
But see, when you start driving the truck, you'll be doing a lot of sitting, Steven, for sure. Michael Augustus says 3406E.
I like 3406Es. I like the last couple of years that they built it. The first ones I didn't care for them, but the last few years they were excellent motors.
There must be a delay in the chat. Hansel says, I think the chat is a little bit delayed.
It is. As you can see, things happen over
so
there.
yeah.
See, look over there.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's so weird.
That's weird.
Oh, don't freak me out like that. So we have our phone in front of us, and then off. I'm reading the comments from the desktop. So we have.
We'll give you a bird's eye view.
Are we going to give you a bird's eye view? Okay, so you see.
You move your hand out of the way. They can't see.
Okay.
You can't see if your hands are in the way.
Oh, that is so weird.
See there?
Okay, so that's
what we're looking at.
We're looking at our phone, but we have all this debate, and it's like really late. It's delayed. It's crazy.
Look at what we're looking at.
That's crazy. That's okay. Now that's really messed me up.
All right.
Okay.
All
right. So Hansel says that's what we have in our Pete and Freightliner dump truck is the C15 Cat. And then Mika wants to know, what is your dream haul?
What buddy?
She wants to know what would you like to haul, Steven?
Well, I've already hauled my dream haul, so a couple of them. So, one of them I used to haul quite a few times. And I used to haul helicopter blades out of Little Rock, and I'd haul them up to the base up there in Olympia, Washington, and they would set a blade right in the middle of my trailer, and it was exclusive for that blade. I couldn't put nothing else on there, and they paid me the full rate. And I'd haul that one blade, which was about a box about a foot high and about a half foot wide, the length of the trailer, and it was like deadhead. And so that was a dream haul. And the other stuff I loved to haul during the wintertime, I could haul for Lisa at
Great Wide.
Yeah, Great Wide. I would haul styrofoam going up to Montana. I used to love that. Nothing better than hauling styrofoam. It's like you're hauling air. So I love that. And in the wintertime, I'd get paid about $4 a mile because nobody else want to haul it, because of the ice and the wind and stuff like that. But, I'd take it. Just another day at the office for me.
So, Mr. Herschel, gotta love the hood trucks. Mine is a Western Star 4900 with a Series 60 that I just had replaced. All new, out of frame rebuild. And then Mr. Tim, our new employer. That sounds so good to say, employer. Our new employer, Mr. Tim Gentry, says, I like to haul big stuff.
Yeah, I know.
He likes to haul big stuff.
Yeah.
And so you will be hauling big stuff for Mr. Tim.
Well, I haven't hauled any oversized for 15 years. I used to haul it for Hicks. We used to move...
Hicks Farms.
So the company that I was moving freight for was called Phoenix Steel out of Seabury and Kentucky here, and they built those big water towers you see around all the cities. They built those, and I would haul the steel, and a lot of that steel would be oversized, and I would haul it up to Maine and Texas and wherever it had to go. So,
But Mr. Tim did tell Stephen that he possibly would have some oversized stuff.
I've never had pilot cars, but I've done plenty of wide loads.
So he's done wide loads, but not wide enough where he's had to have the pilot cars. Cup Walker says, you're looking good, but no worries, you're healthy. And we've got a new subscriber, Mika Mercedes, subscribed to our channel. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. And my uncle is here, Michael Bolt. My uncle, he says, good evening. That is my dad's brother. So that's what the B stands for. Y'all know I signed everything.
No, it's not.
That's what I signed.
Don't be
Everything
telling
is
no
the
story.
B.
The B's for Bumbles.
No, the B is not really for Bumbles.
It's for Bumbles.
Go get the key ring that has the B on it. Go get that key ring. You gotta go see the my maid hanging up in the kitchen that has the big B on it. So my maiden name is Boldt. That is my maiden name. And my uncle Michael Bolt is here in the comments, and he says, good evening. And my dad has passed away over 10 years now. It was 10 years in October, and that's my dad's brother. And he
Why
says,
do you
good
want
evening.
to be?
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all, in case y'all don't understand, the B looks like this.
So look, these are it's on a key ring. Look at that, and this big old B.
Ruthie B. You know where that all started from? My Ruthie used to write my dad and my mom out in California before my dad passed away, write letters, and before Ruthie had ever got to meet him, they had got used to her signing her stuff, Ruthie B. Howard, and so. When we went out there, my stepmom, Nancy, would say, Ruthie B.
Yes.
And Ruthie, that was the first time anybody ever called her Ruthie B. And it's been Ruthie B ever since.
So Stephen's stepmother started that. And that's right, Stephen. His stepmother, Nancy Howard, started that. She referred to me as Ruthie B. And now we have fun with it on the channel because, of course, B, Bumbles. So we have fun with it. The B really does not stand for Bumbles, but we'll make it stand for Bumbles.
It does too.
So,
Ruthie B is really Bumbles. I got living proof about all this bumbling stuff that goes on around here. So,
Stephen Nichols, I have y'all in my prayers. I hope y'all's son gets to come home soon. Yes. Yes, we do. So we hope that our son, Mr. Nichols is saying that he hopes that our son gets to come home soon.
Well, the thing with that is the person that can get him to come home, that's with DCBS or whatever they call it out here, it has a family emergency and she's got to leave out of town this coming week. So he'll probably be there another week, so.
Yes, but we're trying to get him out of state custody.
Which I'll be getting back, huh, Mr. Tim? I should be getting back by the end of the week, so.
Well, yeah, and again, shout out to our new employer, Tim Gentry, woohoo! And he is all about AJ going on the road with Stephen. And he's a family man himself. And y'all obviously see Brax always with Mr. Tim. He loves his family. He loves his children. And, I mean, they're not all on the camera like Brax is. Brax likes to be on the camera, and the other kids not necessarily so.
How do you know that?
Well, I'm just saying that we mostly see Brax because he's the one that is working in the shop and everything. Okay. But I do watch enough of the show that I do know that.
But you said he likes it, but maybe he doesn't like it. Maybe that's a question for you to ask.
About him liking his son working with him?
No, being on camera.
Oh, well, okay. I assume that Brax likes to be on camera. I'm
Yeah.
making an assumption.
Well, I don't think he has a problem with
But
it.
anyway, our son is only 1 month older than Brax. Our son's just 1 month older, and so Mr. Tim is a family man, and he
Thank
understands.
you, Mr. Steve.
He understands
Ian.
that we want to be with our family. So anyhow, we're going, if we get AJ back from state custody, he is with state custody. Stephen's going to take him on the road with him. This is not, so Mr. D Nice subscribed to our channel as well. It's always good to support good people.
D Nice.
Yeah, he's the one who told me I was pretty. Ooh, he said, you're pretty, Ruthie.
Well, she's definitely pretty, and thank you, Mr. D.
Yes, thank you for subscribing. Mr. Walker, I like the spaghetti you made the other night. Sweet. So I guess he tried our recipe, I guess.
Oh, man. That's a good recipe.
Sweet helicopter blades, small, highly important dream hauls. Mr. Gentry says, I love hauling helicopters. He loves hauling
Yeah, I remember that
helicopters.
helicopter he got from down there in Florida.
So maybe you'll have more than just a blade, Stephen.
I like to. Didn't you haul that Elvis Presley plane? That was quite the adventure.
Oh, did he haul an Elvis Presley plane?
Yeah.
Right? I missed that one.
Yeah, he did.
Chickens are easy. I'm not sure about that comment. I don't know we weren't talking about chickens.
What do you say?
Mika Mercedes is talking about chickens. I don't remember talking about chickens.
Hauling chickens. That's a reefer.
Oh,
I've hauled plenty of chickens.
Oh, okay.
You remember when I used to run reefer?
Yeah. No, I guess I don't. That was
that was for the guy across the bridge over there, and I got my mirrors knocked off.
Oh, yes. But you didn't work for him very long. But yes.
What was the name of that company? Something cool.
I can't. I would know it if I looked at the tax paperwork. Mr. Gentry says, I've hauled a few chickens.
Yeah, me too.
Now he has a cattle hauler, and would you be hauling cattle, Stephen?
Well, I don't know. If it comes around to it, I guess I will.
Mr. Doc says, well, I'm going to disappear for now. Thanks, it's been fun. Okay.
Mr. Doc?
Yes, so thank you. Bye-bye, Mr. Doc. And then Mr. Barton Outdoors, and he's also saying goodbye. So bye to him.
Are you outdoors?
Oh, well, his screen name is Barton Outdoors.
Well, you have a good evening there, Mr. Outdoors.
Mr. Walker says, y'all are a great team, lots of support, and that is important in life. Oh, AJ Rodriguez is here! Yes, the Sunshine Trucker. Yes, that is our good buddy, Mr. AJ Rodriguez.
AJ, he's so big, he was in the truck, my transmission went out.
See that? Stop! He's blaming that on you, Mr. AJ.
Yeah, my transmission went out hauling big old AJ around.
So the Sunshine Trucker there in the comments, that is our good friend AJ Rodriguez from Jacksonville, Florida. And he has been to our house and he has made videos with us and he is featured in our videos.
Taking us out for dinner twice.
Yes. And
he wanted to let me make a tip. So
yeah, he paid for the tip and everything.
I tried to give the lady a tip and he almost boxed my ears off.
So now the Sunshine Trucker, aka AJ Rodriguez, does not put videos on YouTube. He is an Instagrammer. I have tried to tell him.
Mr. AJ's a real stand-up guy.
He's very tall. I have tried.
I don't mean tall. I mean he's a stand-up guy.
Meaning that
Means he's awesome.
Okay. I had to have some translation there. But we've tried to get him to put videos on YouTube. I really like his handle there. The Sunshine Trucker. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when days are gray. Oh, well, I don't want to get copyrighted. But anyway, the Sunshine Trucker. But he is on Instagram as Don't Feed the Bear. So check him out on Instagram. as Don't Feed the Bears. And so he says,
All
congratulations.
right, Mr. Tim. You have a good evening. Thanks for joining in.
I'll
be leaving out here sometime after church, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta go haul a load, and glad to hang out with you guys. It's been fun. Looking forward to Monday. Okay, so Mr. Tim Gentry is leaving the comments, but thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Tim. Thank you so much. And yes, Stephen, we'll see you all on Monday.
Now, I'll contact you tomorrow so we can get things straightened out for me to run.
Yes, so thank you for joining us.
Have a great evening.
Mr. Stephen Nichols says the live is going great. Barton says, no, that's my YouTube channel name is Barton Outdoors. Stephen Nichols says, hey, Stephen, what time are you going to be at Tim's? Maybe I can come up at the same time to make it easier.
I'm going to leave out after church tomorrow, but I have to get in contact with Tim about a few little things before I leave out.
You've got to do a lot before you leave out, so I'm not sure you'll leave out right after church.
We're doing the live right now.
Figured it out, so.
We're doing the live right now.
Okay, time for the paint. AJ Rodriguez, time for the paint crush. What do you mean by that, Mr. AJ? Time for the paint crush.
Where does it say that?
Well, he has a little smiley face. Maybe he didn't like me singing. He's got a little emoji. That's the Sunshine Trucker. Time for the paint crash. And then he has a little emoji. I don't think he likes my singing. I don't think he likes my singing. Maybe he's saying the paint's going to crash because I was singing.
No, he is. You know AJ isn't mean like that.
No, he was just messing. So we know that Mr. Gentry has exited the comments. And then Herschel Fraser, I would like to thank Stephen for his approach to life and attitude. He has helped me look at the things more positive and light, to remember and to thank God for the blessings that we all have. Oh, wow. What a wonderful compliment.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Thank you, sir.
That is a wonderful compliment. Praise Jesus. Praise King Jesus. That's all for the glory of Jesus that Mr. Fraser said, that Stephen has been instrumental in helping him to approach life and your attitude, and that he's helped you look at him, help him look at things in a more positive attitude. Stephen, what a blessing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Blessing. Thank you very much.
Mercedes says,
I'm humbled.
Mercedes says, y'all are awesome. You're going to kill it. Well, thank you, Mika Mercedes, one of our newest subscribers.
My best friend's name is up there.
Oh, yeah. So thank you, Miss Mika.
When I was a kid, when I was growing up, I had a best friend named Buck.
Yes, Buck Barrett.
His name was Kirk. Buck Kirk.
But your friend's name was Buck Kirk.
Yeah.
Yes, Stephen had a childhood friend named Buck, and I have heard about Buck our whole married life, and I really wish I could have met him. That was Stephen's childhood friend. Yeah. Buck Barrett, this is y'all's first live that I've gotten to watch. Love your channel. Good luck with the new job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Steve Nichols says 10-4 driver, so maybe you would have the opportunity to meet Stephen Howard meet Stephen Nichols.
Well, that be you something? Can't miss the white truck with the blue flag on both sides of the hood, so holler at me. I always got the radio on, and if you holler for Big Belly, I'll holler back.
I think it's great that y'all both have the name Stephen. And then Mr. AJ Brush, the Sunshine Trucker, Brush. Mr. AJ, I'm sorry. I guess I'm just not in the know. I guess I'm just in La La Land. I'm not sure what you're trying to communicate with me. I'm sorry. I love you, man. I love you, but I'm not sure. What do you think he means by that, Stephen? Brush.
I don't know.
He's talking in code. But I love AJ.
No, it means he's talking about something.
I love AJ.
Neither one of us are catching
We're not catching on. We're not that astute.
We're lame.
Yeah, we're lame. But I love AJ Rodriguez.
LMAO.
Lame. Whatever. Stephen Nichols says, amen. Mika Mercedes, my best friend's little boy is 2, and his name is Buck Taylor. Okay, so Buck is a good name.
Yep, bugs. Bugs.
Not bugs, but Buck.
Buck.
So
Is a stand-up name to me.
So Mika is one of our newest subscribers. She must have been a Tam Gentry subscriber and has come over to our channel. So,
You don't know that.
well, I think because she knows about his trucks. She was saying Rooster and Bonnie, and she was naming all his trucks,
yeah,
and so she must be following Tim Gentry.
Okay, I guess you're right.
And then she's come over to our channel now. So Mr. AJ says, time for Steven to use the paint.
Draw you some pictures. That's right. Gotta get the paintbrush out. Paintbrush. So we've got this old saying. Sometimes you gotta get the paintbrush out because Richie's a little bit. You had to get the paintbrush out.
For you too.
That's right.
That's right.
I wasn't even with it. I appreciate you painting a picture for us both.
That's right. So
I think we both ate from the same pan.
That's right. So AJ says time for Stephen to use the paintbrush. And so that's what he meant by the brush. And this time you couldn't even get it. You needed the brush.
My brain just wasn't catching it.
So and then he gave us all kinds of emojis, and he goes, "Y'all are something else." And I guess we make him laugh, and you make us laugh too, Mr. AJ. And that's funny that you actually needed the brush too, Steven. That's funny.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. So
That's funny.
Got a lot on my mind.
So Mika says it's funny that the comments are just delayed for you all from the live chat. I guess it's funny.
I don't know what's going on with our internet out here. Usually it's pretty good.
So I guess it's funny how we are responding to the comments, and we're behind on what's happening in the comments, and I guess she thinks it's funny. I guess so. Yeah, the phone is definitely
I think
easier.
They're faster over here, aren't they? Right there. Down there.
No, I see on the phone the same thing I see on the screen. See, the comments are here on the phone, but I'm also reading them on the screen on the big screen.
Okay, I guess our internet's just delayed.
And then AJ has yes with SSSSS. Yes, Mr. AJ Rodriguez. So Buck, we love AJ Rodriguez. Oh, we love that man. And we love it when he can come visit us in our home. And of course we have a little child named AJ. So we have our AJ. So he's Mr. AJ, and then our son is little AJ. So you got big AJ and little AJ, and that's really funny when you have the two together, big AJ and little AJ. And boy,
yeah.
The last time Mr. AJ was with us, we didn't have our little AJ, and so that was kind of sad. We went out to eat with AJ Rodriguez.
That's all right.
We didn't have our little AJ. So, but they are.
He's coming home.
Big AJ and little AJ. So Buck Barrett says, Stephen, have you ever hauled any loads in South Carolina?
I have. I used to run out of here regularly. About 10 years ago, I'd run out of Logan Aluminum. I would take down every week. I'd take down sometimes twice a week. I'd take down a load of coils down to Jacksonville, Florida, and then I'd go over to Savannah. And over Savannah and Charleston, North Carolina, and sometimes I'd go over South Carolina. Yeah, I've been in those areas quite a bit.
So Mr. Keith says he's signing off. He has church tomorrow. Good luck.
Me too. I got church tomorrow.
Yes,
I got to load up my tools and my gear and get ready to roll.
Yes, so we have church tomorrow too. All right, well, I guess.
Thanks for joining in.
Yes, and even though there's been delayed reaction, and Miss Mika Mercedes
awesome. Says, thank you for your kindness, everybody.
Yes, so we have 36 people right now, but and they're still here. So yes, we have church tomorrow too. Oh, and by the way, this is a good opportunity for me to say. And I've said it in some other videos. And so since I have 36 people as my captive audience right now, I don't know who all the 36 people are right now. But for those of you that are watching, and if you are not familiar with what I have said in some of my videos, several weeks ago, talking about church, several weeks ago, the Holy Spirit gave me a conviction. And that is that I am not to do any type of YouTubing on Sunday. That is editing and uploading. That I just need to rest off the computer on Sundays. And so because I'm on YouTube like all the time, it's become a full-time job for me, and I'm on YouTube all the time. Sometimes I feel like I live on YouTube. And it's more than an 8-hour day, but the Holy Spirit has said to me, just like that there was a seventh day, that God rested on the seventh day, and took a Sabbath rest. So I have the conviction that I'm not supposed to be editing and mixing and remixing and uploading on YouTube on Sundays. Are you making...
You'll repeat it that many times.
Stop! Stop! But I will say this. I do not have the conviction yet that if there's something happening, that I can't film on Sunday, so I might still can film something, but I just can't put it up until the next day. And so it is what it is, and I just do believe in the Stephen.
What?
Steven! Don't even pretend.
We got frogs there.
No, don't even pretend.
We got frogs at the door. I already hear them riveting back there.
So,
bullfrogs.
yeah, coming out of the wrong direction there.
Well, I don't know what you're assuming.
No.
Those are bullfrogs.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. So I think we're going to wrap this up. We're at almost 2 hours. And if Mr. Andy is still watching, yes, Stephen is still standing. Mr. Andy was so concerned about Stephen standing.
Nicholas says I'm still here.
Yep. And Mr. Nichols, I hope that it works out that you will meet up with Stephen on Monday at Mr. Gentry's place there. So... I'm going to do something a little bit unconventional, and I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, but I just, as I close out talking about the fact that we have church tomorrow, I've never done this on a live before. I never have, but I feel empowered to do it. I feel like I want to close this live out in prayer. What do you think, Stephen?
You want me to do it? Make it short and sweet.
Oh, well...
Ruthie can get into prayer, and we'll be here all night.
Okay, Alex Redmond, I will keep you guys in my prayers. Thank you. And and then Mr. Nichols says, me too, thank you. All right, well, then I guess Stephen will...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Father, watch over this group of people that are on our live tonight, and keep them all safe, and may they all get a very deserved and rested night and be ready for tomorrow. And thank you for the blessing of having them here on our channel, Father. And thank you for the blessings that you've given us. And we love you, Father. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. And we praise King Jesus. We're all about King Jesus. So we are going to close this out and hope that you all can find a church service tomorrow to go to church and worship the Lord Jesus Christ as we do. We love the Lord Jesus Christ.
I'm Big Betty.
And I'm Bumbles.
Yes, she certainly is.
And together we are
Big
Belly
Belly.
Bumbles.
Have a great night, and don't forget to ring your bell.
You need to get a real bell. You need to get a real bell.
Later, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so we're signing off, Big Belly and Bumbles.
If I can figure out, we're over here.
Okay, so we're gonna sign off. We're gonna figure it out on the phone. So bye-bye, you all. Bye.